Now let's talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that you are making and that causing you lots of dry hair and that's standing in your way of achieving moisture retention. All right, so let's go through the 5 biggest mistakes. Now the first mistake that you're probably making will be that you don't know the real reasons why your hair feels dry. So once in a while, actually oftentimes I will ask my group if they know why their hair feels dry, and I'm always surprised every time they tell me no, they don't know why their hair constantly feels dry. So that's why I decided to just create a whole module dedicated to showing you different ways and different reasons why your hair constantly feels dry. So make sure again you check out that module. All right, and then the second mistake you're making is that you are probably treating your natural hair like your relaxed hair. So one thing to remember is that natural hair is different from relaxed hair, right? So because I know a lot of ladies, back in the day when we had relaxed hair, we probably didn't do much to our hair because our hair was straight, and so it was easier to detangle. And whenever we detangled our hair, it took minutes and it was very quick. And also for a lot of us, our hair was so short and scanty and fine, and we didn't have a lot of hair to work with in the first place. So wash days was much easier, detangling, styling, everything. But now that you have coily hair, natural hair, it takes a different set of skills and patience. So you have to be, you have to treat them, differently. All right, the third reason that you are struggling, that, the third mistake you're making with your hair is that you're probably getting too many hair information from too many different sources, and you're doing too much to your hair, right? So again, remember our lesson about 20 reasons why you have dry hair. So I talked about product conflicts. I talked about, having a complicated hair routine, because sometimes, if you complicate things and when something stops working or when something starts working, sometimes it can be hard to trace your steps to figure out, okay, so what works, why, how come this thing worked, how come this thing stopped working, right? So it's always best to just try and stick to maybe one or two sources for your hair tip, and then that way, it's then you can get rid of any confusion, overwhelm, and just have a an easier natural hair journey. All right, so the fourth mistake you're probably making is that you are getting your hair advice from the wrong source. Now what's very so I've noticed a lot of ladies, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, a lot of ladies, for example, with type 4C hair, and I've done it before, but I only did it for entertainment. Is that we have 4C hair, our hair is short and like a TWA, and then we're watching a video of somebody with like 20-inch type 3A hair, right? So obviously their hair routine, what they do to their hair, everything will be much different. Whenever they do a hairstyle like a twist out or whatever, it's gonna look way different from yours, right? Like you have type 4C hair and you have a TWA and you have all this shrinkage, right? So compared to somebody with like type 3 hair, type 3A or 3B, and then and their hair goes down their back, right? So so it's always good to get information from somebody who has a similar hair texture, similar hair length, similar hair volume. And right now there are so many YouTubers out there that, I mean, it's so much easier to find one or two people with a similar hair texture. And also that way, whenever they give out a hair tip or they try a particular hairstyle, at least you know sort of what it should look like on your head, right? And you don't feel discouraged or anything. Right? All right, so let's take a look at the fifth mistake that you are making that just resulting in dry hair. All right, so the fifth reason will be that you don't have a system in place that's going to help you get rid of dry hair. Right now, guys, this is really key, and this is why, again, I dedicated an entire module to creating a moisture retention regimen, right? Which is pretty much a plan of action about all about how you're going to get rid of dry hair and how you're going to retain moisture in your hair. Very easy, right? So you need a system, because remember, again, your hair is on some sort of a schedule of some sort, right? So you need to be consistent, with how often you wash your hair, how often you deep condition, and how often you just take care of your hair. So you need to be diligent as well. All right, so now let me pass it back to you. So let me know, what mistakes are you currently making with your hair that you believe is causing dry hair? Let me know. I would love to hear all about it in the comment section below.